XRP is sitting at a decent spot today, right? It's making some decent moves, but I want to talk about that briefly in this video. What I want to primarily focus on is maybe a conversation that happened in some previous videos, as well as that's happening out there in the world in some form or fashion. And that big bit of news or big conversation is related to the Fed buyback for XRP. And honestly, a Fed buyback for cryptocurrency in general, but XRP is more at the forefront because you look at what's out there and how much of the community is holding and how much people believe in XRP and the buyback, knowing how XRP can be usable consistently by banks and by governments, right? So that Fed buyback is a huge conversation because while XRP sits or sat at 50 cents, it showed so much more promise to get to $1, $2, $3, $5, $10, $100, $1,000, and some even tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars within that conversation. Now, this really all depends on what people do and what they want to sell their XRP for. And there's many people that will sell their XRP for what we've already seen. But we've already seen $2, we've already seen $3. Like, people will sell it for that as well. So I want to have that conversation here and focus on if the Fed buyback conversation or Fed buyback in general is a dead deal. Can that still happen? Will it still happen? What's the likelihood that it will still happen? All of those things. If you guys could, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, if you could check out my links down below for Twitter, for Patreon, feel free to do so. Also, I have a link for BTCC, which is a phenomenal platform I've been using for over a year and a half. And you have the ability to trade Jasmine Coin, Terra Luna Classic, XRP, BTC, Ethereum, Avalanche, you name it, right? There's so many different positions that you can trade up to a 500x leverage depending on the position itself. But you can trade as little as a 2x leverage. You can also demo trade if you don't want to trade with any real money. You can demo trade on that platform and be able to perfect your strategy in a way. So feel free to check out my link for BTCC if you guys are interested. It is a really good platform, and it does help out the channel. So thank you guys for doing so. But XRP, I wanted to start out kind of where it stands because it is up by about 3% today, and it's sitting at $1.45. And 89 or $90 billion market cap with 2.5 billion coins or dollars in volume. 62 billion coins in circulating supply and 100 billion or 99.9 billion in total supply. There are over 500,000 holders and all of that, right? So good movement, great movement for today. But I've seen comments that still come in about the potential for the Fed buyback, and that's what's kind of driving this video because I have a decent amount of views. There's some other videos that I created that have like 30, 40, 50,000 views and many comments that are just like, is this still a thing? Are we going to see it? What's the likelihood and all of that? So I decided, one, to go on reliable Google and use their AI just to kind of get an understanding or a structure based on it, and then I can give you my opinion as well. But as of May 2026, speculation regarding a Federal Reserve buyback of XRP remains speculative, often linked to theories about XRP's adoption and strategic financial asset, or as a strategic financial asset. While Ripple recently initiated a substantial $750 million company share buyback, this involves a company equity, not a Fed-driven XRP asset purchase. reports suggesting XRP or increasing XRP's role in institutional and banking driven liquidity solutions include potentials for a back end settlement. So we talked about the Ripple $750 million action, but the Federal Reserve speculation in some industries content mentions potential for XRP and ROUSD adoption by the Federal Reserve to facilitate lower cost, high speed payments. However, this is largely driven by market commentary rather than official Fed announcements. The adoption and market trend report suggests that in 2026, XRP's adoption is increasingly pushed by banking usage for liquidity and back-end stock market settlements via ETFs. Analyst perspective. Analysts indicate that for significant price appreciation, XRP requires consistent spot buying to overcome market volatility while navigating regulatory updates. So I'll give you my let's read this real quick and then we'll go into that. The distinction between the corporate stock buyback, which Ripple did, and a government entity purchasing XRP, the buyback theory, is crucial when evaluating the current market developments. Now, I'll give you my opinion, right? Yes, it still can be set in stone that the XRP buyback could be a thing, right? You have 62 billion coins in circulation, a lot of which, are held and are moving around because of what XRP offers. And even a decent amount, if we were actually breaking that down with how much is held, a decent amount that's held for that long term, including my 200,000. And there's many other people that have more than that are holding for the long term and holding for, kind of what it will be valuable or what it will be valued at because of the fact that they need to use it for a certain amount. Let's say that everybody's holding 40 billion out of the 62 billion, and you have 20 plus billion that's available for banks to use and governments to use and all of that. If it's sitting at $1 and we see trillions of dollars worth of transactions, well, what does that tell you? That means that you're going to see the value of XRP be worth a lot more because it's more desirable, right? People want it to be able to use it. Businesses want it. Banks want it. Governments want it in order to see that transaction happen fast. So if it's so valuable and people are holding it here and the 20% or 20 billion that's left, people want that and want more, it's going to be valued at $2, $3, $4, $5, $10, $20, $30, $50 in order to get up to a point where the value equals how much or how desirable it is, right? Supply and demand by just coins. However, if we were talking about a U.S. company where the U.S. government can have that XRP and utilize that XRP, they could potentially strike a deal with Ripple themselves because there is close to 40 billion coins that are left out there, right? That are not in circulation, meaning that Ripple can then offer those and make it easy to offer those rather than just introducing it. That would be the best case scenario, the best out for them because they want to introduce the entire supply. They have mentioned that they want to introduce the rest of the supply and they want to do 1 billion a month, but sometimes it's just too much. So they don't end up introducing that much, and it may be 100 million, or it may be 50 million, or it might be 200 million. But it never has been the 1 billion every single month, right? So if they're looking to kind of introduce everything without diluting the overall position and investors, that would be the best way, is to go, hey, the Fed needs 20 or 40 billion coins. Let's offer this to them at an increased price, meaning that it's going to be held, it's going to be utilized, and our XRP doesn't get devalued at all. If not, it appreciates in value. So in a way, the Fed buyback can come from us, or the Fed buyback can come from the excess supply or the escrow that's there. So it's still it's still a thing that can happen, but as many people have said, they want the Fed buyback to come from us because the more that they are asking to pay for it, then the more that the price goes up for XRP, right? If it's at $1 and they're like, we really need it, we'll pay $10 per XRP. Well, that increases our value by a massive amount. How many people sell it at $10? I don't know. Will it get to a point where they'll pay $1,000 per XRP just to be able to utilize it and have the U.S. maybe in control, or different countries in control of that massive asset that's going to be global, not just in the U.S. or not just in one country. So it's definitely interesting to say that the Fed buyback is still a thing, but to talk about it at $10,000, $100,000, we still need baby steps in there and know that that is a possibility. But the more likely scenario to happen is for Ripple to then offer the rest of their supply, or a decent amount of their supply, to governments, our government, let's say, and they're able to utilize XRP in and their fast transactions, and everything they have to offer. So I want to know what you guys think about this. Is it a dead deal, or do we still have it to some extent, right? A lower level Fed buyback, a higher level Fed buyback, and the highest level Fed buyback, to where it comes from everywhere, not just the escrow, but also from us. But hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Check out my link down below. It does help out the channel for BTCC. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.